Greetings! It is I, Tantus Naraban Dracovin, Lord and Emperor of the Dracovin Empire, and welcome! It is time to continue our discussion on D20 Modern, the modern take on the 3rd edition of Dungeons & Dragons. Where we last left off, we were diving into combat and vehicles. We're going to continue with this discussion. Let's talk a little bit more about attacking from vehicles. So you, as a driver or a gunner or a passenger, you can use, well, technically as a driver or a gunner, you can use a vehicle-mounted weapon. If you are a driver that has at least 5 ranks in drive, you get a +2 synergy bonus to this attack. And these are going to be basically a ranged attack for you. So a driver might have an advantage when using a gunnery weapon in their vehicle. Now the driver can do some maneuvers, and players in a vehicle can do some maneuvers that are similar to what you would do in combat. A driver can, of course, fight defensively. They can. They can take the -4 to attack, which does apply to all passengers and gunners in the vehicle that are making attacks out of it, and give the vehicle a dodge bonus. Similarly, the driver can take a total defense. Again, this is instead of the -4, it's going to be -8 to all attack rolls, but in turn then, they get a bigger bonus to their defense of the vehicle, the dodging of the vehicle, but it's like it's messing up everybody inside. Now the driver, of course, has to make the move action to drive the vehicle, but any gunner or person attacking out of the vehicle can take the full attack action, if they have more than one attack. If they don't have more than one attack, it's not going to help at all, but they very well can if they actually have the option of making more than one attack. Now your vehicle, of course, it gets a defense bonus, a dodge bonus equivalent to what kind of speed it's traveling at. But your vehicle might be the only thing targeted. People within the vehicle can easily be targeted too. You can target the driver, the passenger, one of the gunners. The advantage that they have is, first off, they have cover depending on where they are in the vehicle. They also get that dodge bonus depending on the speed applied to them too. So if you're going really fast and it's a little harder to hit that vehicle, it's also that much harder to hit the people within the vehicle. Now, a vehicle has hit points. Just like a character, just like a creature you might fight, it has hit points. Now, these hit points, they go down when your vehicle takes damage. The advantage a vehicle has, it has hardness. It acts like an item. So it has a certain amount of damage that's just subtracted away from the hit point damage that we dealt to the vehicle. This means it is harder to destroy a vehicle. When a vehicle hits 0, though, it's disabled. It's no longer working right. This doesn't mean your vehicle can't be repaired, but effectively, that's something you're going to have to do later. The vehicle will lose 1 category of speed per round until it stops moving. At this point in time, the driver can only make the 45-degree turn maneuver. That's the only thing they can do to make the vehicle keep going. Now, your vehicle can be destroyed. If your vehicle should take a total amount of damage equal to twice its original starting full hit points, then it is destroyed. That means if your vehicle started with 30, if it takes 60, it's destroyed, it can no longer be repaired, it's done for. Now your vehicle, it takes less damage from energy attacks. It acts like an object. Fire does half damage to objects. So you will appropriately apply that before hardness, which means that energy attacks just aren't as helpful against vehicles. A vehicle can explode. This is one that really sucks. If your vehicle should take an amount of damage equal to or greater than half its original hit points, no matter what condition it is. So again, if we're using a 30, if it takes 15 or more damage, after hardness, your vehicle's going to explode. It's taken a huge hit, it's compromised its integrity, it's in a position to explode. You roll a d6, and that's how many rounds you have before it blows up. Now, when it explodes, it does 10d6 points of damage to everyone in the vehicle. Reflex DC 20 for half. But that's not the end of the explosion. Within 30 feet, it takes half of that damage that you rolled. Any object, person, anything within 30 feet of that vehicle is going to take half of that 10d6. Of course, things that could make reflex saves in this area, such as people, can make a reflex DC 15 save and take half damage from that. So quarter of the original damage that someone in the vehicle would have been taking. Now your vehicle can be repaired. You can use the repair skill to repair it. You're going to, of course, need the skill. You're going to need an hour per time you're going to make this check. You're going to need the appropriate tools. and the location that you can work at. If you do not have the tools, when you make your skill check, you get -4 to it. So you get a big penalty for attempting to repair a vehicle without the proper tools. At the end of that hour, you make your skill check, it's DC 20 to repair it. Again, applying that -4 if you don't have the right tools. And if you succeed, you heal the vehicle. Well, you repair the vehicle 2d6 points of damage that it had taken. If you fail, of course, you're not making any progress. You can repeat this process every check, every hour, as long as it takes you to repair the vehicle back up to its full health. Now let's move on from there and talk about advanced classes. Now, you as a character can of course easily multi-class into the various basic classes, but at some point in time, when you qualify for it, you might want to take an advanced class. An advanced class, it will work exactly the same as multi-classing, except for each one that you would take, you need to qualify for it. A character that's taking an advanced class is going to have an advantage over a character that has just basic classes. You're going to be more powerful. And the thing about any of these advanced classes is they're built to be synergistic with various base classes. They're built to work well with your base classes to improve your talents, skills, and abilities that you already had. There's a chart in the book that will list whatever the base class is and the appropriate advanced classes that work the best with it. Doesn't mean you have to take this combination. These are just the ones that their abilities work best together with. You can really take any combination you want, because the point of taking an advanced class is to specialize your character more, to make it more unique. Before, when you're just a base class, you're just a tough hero or a smart hero. There isn't a huge amount of specialization other than whatever skills, talents, and feats you have. That's your little specialization. Now you're refining the abilities you have and the role you have in the team by taking this advanced class. Now your game master has an option of creating an advanced class of their own, if they think it's one that works within your campaign world is appropriate to it. There are rules provided in the book I will talk about a little later on that describe building your own advanced classes for your players. It will be your option whether you're going to build them this way or not. In the same retrospect, your game master might deny an advanced class from being used in your game or in their game. It might be that they feel it's inappropriate to be using that advanced class in the game, and they will tell you accordingly and let you know. Now, as I talked about, advanced classes have requirements. More often than not, these take 3 forms: base attack bonus, feats, and skills. It's built in such a way that you're going to require to have all of these in order to take this advanced class. And it's important to note, you have to have these before you gain your new level, before you can take your level in your advanced class. If the advanced class says I need 4 in this skill, and I only have 3 and I'm about to gain that 4th, I don't qualify for that advanced class. I have to have had that 4th before I'm taking my level in that advanced class. I have to have already been ready for it. So that's the basic qualifications that you need for it. Now, this does not mean it's going to be the only qualifications you get. Because of the nature of some campaigns, your game master might add a qualification to this. It usually will be something more based around the campaign you're playing and appropriate to it. If you're interested in an advanced class and are planning to move into it, I would talk it over with your game master and find out if they have anything campaign-based that they're going to add into the requirements to take this advanced class. They can let you know ahead of time to know what you need to plan out to take in order to take this advanced class. They will be able to tell you, if it's appropriate and any extra requirements. These are the things that your game master will decide when it relates to advanced classes and you taking them. Now, it's going to be important to note here that advanced classes are built that you're not going to be able to take one until you're at least 4th level. At very least. More often than not, some of them require you to be higher level than that, but each one will have a basic requirement that you'll be able to see what level will be appropriate whenever you're able to take it. Either a certain number of feats, or certain ranks in a skill, or a certain base attack bonus, and you have to reach those in order to qualify. So that's it for today. I introduced you to, of course, some more information about combat when it relates to vehicles. I talked about the special types of actions you can do: fighting defensively, total defense, full attack out of a vehicle, and I moved on to talking about fighting someone in a vehicle, their cover and stuff. I talked about damaging a vehicle, destroying it, and repairing it. and I moved on to the basics of advanced classes, talking about all the information you need to know about when to take advanced classes and how to talk over with your game master about taking advanced classes. In the next episode, I'm going to, of course, talk about the different types of advanced classes, just giving you a little bit of information about each of them to know if you want to play one of these, and hopefully start moving into talking about being a game master and the guide of information that you need to be in a game master in a D20 modern world. So if you have any questions, comments, anything you want to say, anything you think I left out, please leave in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. It shows support the channel, the Empire, the work I do. If you want to show some extra support, you can always check out my Patreon, link in the description below. But regardless, until the next time, I bid you farewell.